Brawlers, welcome back to DummyNation. Today, we're going to be playing as the most upvoted nation in the last video, which was Afghanistan. Now, Afghanistan is a hard start. It is landlocked in between Pakistan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, and Iran. Also China. So, things are a little bit rough here. We are a theocracy. I've never had a nation start as a theocracy. It makes sense why Afghanistan is one in current day and everything like that. But we're going to have a little bit of a revolution here starting off right away because I'm going to become a king. And actually, we already border China. What if we flip to communism? What are you? You're an autocracy. I would love to get an alliance with China. That would protect us. And they are communist. So if I flip to communism, I'll probably get better relations with them. So let's flip to communism. And we're going to change our flag. Oh, we got a new hammer and sickle. That's pretty cool. Let's get that out there. I kind of like that. That's pretty sick. All right, so new flag. Who this? We're going to be communist boys. So speaking of communism, we won't get the benefits right away from getting it. Now talking about our nation of Afghanistan. We're the 137th best GDP, 36 in population. GDP per capita is incredibly high, which is great. Military power is bad, though. We have 1,000 tanks. Wonder where we got those. So let's go ahead and get some units of troops out there. Fortunately for us, we can recruit a lot of troops rather cheap. So let's go ahead and start jumping on that. Let's get 3 units of these guys. 3 units of these guys. How expensive would tanks be? A little bit expensive. Let's get about 500 rockets. And honestly, I'm just going to load us in on cheap troops. And we'll save the 186 because we do need to go alliance hunting. Now, China, do you like me better? You don't. Maybe if I get a military, you'll like me a little bit more. Now, speaking of military, we need to invest in our research. So let's get the combat training up to 2 levels. I really liked going down 2 levels of international aid to start off with, which only leaves us 5 points to throw into reactive armor, but that will be fine. So there we go. There's our starting military. Let's bring down social spending, bring up our military a little bit, and liquidity. Ah, Pakistan! Okay, we can get a peace treaty with Pakistan. How many tanks did we lose? We lost about 300. Yeah, you got another war to fight, Pakistan. India's right on your tail. Okay, now we're starting to get troops. Pakistan's falling. I'm going to wait till we get a little bit more troops and maybe jump in on Pakistan. China, remember how we're communist too? You love it. Ah, frick, it's more expensive. So we missed Turkmenistan. Jumping in here, Abagalula donated 200. So we could maybe get over there in time. The problem with Afghanistan is incredibly mountainous. Oh, thank goodness. They left it. Okay, let's jump over and jump on Turkmenistan. Grab a little bit extra economy and land for ourselves. There's some rebels, but we'll be able to get them. Good. And can we get an alliance with Russia now that we have a border with them? We can. So let's get that alliance. That should protect us for the time being. We'll go back to our capital and wait for other things to develop. China still doesn't want to be friends. At least right now. It's a lot going down. It's a lot cheaper, but we're not making a ton of money. So we're going to need Pakistan to fall. And in fact, they have. So let's look at their economic zones, which is right where unfortunately India is. But we can jump in and grab a little bit of the north. So let's focus in on that. Ooh, they left. Good. Let's grab all of Pakistan's land. We don't really have the troops for this right now, but we're going to risk it because the benefits for us are going to be astronomical, especially if we can get their capital, which looks like we just did. And just keep pushing. As soon as we get more troops, we will just bring them in. Now, I would really love to push for sea access. Let's see if we can get any. Nope, Russia cut us off perfectly, you monsters. That's unfortunate. That's going to really slow us down. We're going to have to wait for Russia to fall. Let's just jump in and grab whatever we can left. Contend Russia for it. Okay. So there we go. A little bit bigger. We love that. Missing out on a couple opportunities, though, but we really couldn't have... Oh, there's another one. Let's jump in on Uzbekistan. Wait for their army to fall, because I don't want to fight anything. They're gone. Let's push up through Uzbekistan and really try and cut off Russia from grabbing any of this. That's got to be our hard focus right now. We'll worry about the rebels later. Okay, so that's it for us. Let's go home. How are we doing? We're the 37th best GDP, so not moving up a gigantic ton, but we're up a lot higher than we were. 106 GDP per capita, population is 6, so things should be pretty cheap for us. India and China are fighting right away. India doesn't have troops. Oh, God. Let's wait on this a little bit. Let's try and get some more troops out there before we really invest heavily in fighting them. We definitely need a lot more tanks, that's for sure, because they're our armor base. So we'll wait on fighting India for right now, but that's going to have to be a target for us. Oh, we can get a real cheap alliance with China. That's going to help. Boom, that's going to bring up our exchange rate a lot. 72%. That's what we love to see. Now our money's actually valuable. We've got tanks on the way, so we're going to push into India. Not something I enjoy doing at the beginning of the game, but because they don't have any troops and we don't have a way out, this seems like the best course of action for us. We're going to lose a lot of troops along the way. We've already lost a little bit of troops, but we can push for Delhi and give ourselves a nice kind of coming up. We're already 25th just based on that. Not going to focus on the south. We, again, really need a way out. I don't know how much of India we're actually going to take here. The greed is going to get to us, but as you can see, we've lost 4 million firepower already. Israel is aggressive to us. Is there anyone else that went to war with us? Just Israel. So it's a shame we missed that. We should slow down the game a little bit. We lost a good amount of troops doing that. Can I get more commandos? I can get 100. Count it. The new version made it impossible to win with smaller countries. I think that's true, personally. Okay. Get our troops together. All right, let's try and push down and get a little bit of sea access here. Going to be real tough on us. But again, we could really jump up on the standings into the top 10 even if we can take out India. The problem is we just don't have the military to really do so at the moment. So we're going to avoid rebels if we can. Let them take what territory they want back and then go into them once they despawn. But this is going to be sea access for us, so that's going to be a big deal. And we've officially made it to the sea. Thailand has declared war on us. Cheap peace treaty to not. We're making 490. That's 18th best GDP. We're in the top 20. Let's go. We are suffering a lot in terms of attrition, so I'm going to knock down this last guy, this last rebel, and then go home for a bit because we are very weak. In fact, if I wanted a peace treaty with you, 100, let's peace out with India. Give ourselves time to build up. We're making a lot of money. We're friends with 2 giant people. We're making 65% exchange rate. That's okay. Is there anyone else we could really become friends with? Not really. Not really. Iran? We could, but I honestly want to spend the money on the troops. All right, we got another 5 points. We got to get reactive armor up to at least 2 to start us off. We have 400,000, but because we're communists, we can recruit a lot of troops. So I'm going to save up until we get to our maximum just to know what our maximum is. Making a lot of money right now. Would love to keep fighting India. China, what happened to you? You're weak. Japan, you're very strong. Interesting. If we were a stronger nation, we could invade China and absolutely dominate, but we're not. So we just ignore that problem for now. All right, 409 is our maximum. Let's get that. Okay, we really need to save up and get some tanks. Tanks and rockets. We're very weak on tanks and rockets. Japan is still fighting China. Japan is going to weaken themselves up, so I would love to be able to take advantage of that with tanks and rockets, but again, we need money. Okay, Japan is so weak, we get whatever we can, and we get over to Japan. 800 tanks should be able to do it for us. Gives us 1,000. Let's get over to Japan. Get ready to fight them down. Oh, Japan has a lot stronger army than I thought. That's fine. Let's just keep our people on the coast, though. China will eventually declare war on them again. India is still very weak, so it is a potential we can go into India again. We would need a lot more everything at this point, though. Could have joined down there, but alas. We've missed out on basically all the big countries, but that's fine, because we're saving up for... Is that all Russia has? That's all Russia's got. Let's head on over to Russia. We're going to go this way. It's fine. We could have probably gone faster this way. All right, but we're attacking from the north, so that we have a better chance of getting Moscow. Because the last thing I would want is to inspire people to attack Russia, and then for me to lose out on all the land. So Belarus has declared war on us. They don't have a ton of troops, but we're going to go ahead and buy them off. Is there anyone else that's declared war on us? No. Great. So let's push for Moscow. And because we're not an autocracy, we're going to be facing a lot of rebels. So let's try and establish some back lines here. And we're going to split this army. Half of you are going to go defense, and the other half's going to attack, just to try and make sure that we keep the gains that we're getting. We do have 1 million, so let's start loading up on some troops. Poland's declared war on us. That's a little bit surprising. Did we lose our alliance with China? We did. Let's get the alliance with China back. Poland, just get out of there, brother. They want 5 million. We're not going to be able to afford that. Group together, and we're just going to keep pushing into Russia. Did we lose Moscow? No, we're fine. Now, Poland's not going to stop attacking. Typically, when a European country invades, they don't stop until you force them to stop. So it's going to be very unlikely we can get a peace treaty with them. And we are going to keep pushing, even though we're very weak, just because the economic gains. As long as we stay friends with China, we should be okay. I'm going to invest in the military a little bit more because we're just in a bad spot. And we should be able to financially recover, even though we're very weak, because we are the 9th best GDP. GDP per capita is still really good. We're going to keep down south in Russia, let another country, if they want, focus on the north. We need this area right here. But we're kind of getting to the... India's declared war on us. We knew that would be coming. We don't have enough to peace out with them. How strong is the military? 3-9? Okay, here. Can we peace out with Russia? We're still friends with India. Okay, we're just going to abandon that. We're going to walk through Kazakhstan, get home, and defeat the Indian army. With our combined forces, we should be able to do this. We got to knock down India, though. I think we've got most of what we want from Russia, but India can't be allowed to stand like this. Who's the stronger of the two economically? 6 versus 19. So if I can peace out with Russia, I almost can. It's going up in cost, though. Get together. Need a lot of rockets, a lot of tanks. We're in a very bad spot, and I'm going to take out this section of Russia, even though India's still kind of fighting us, to get an easier path. So if we need to go up again, China's not going to be able to do much protecting. Anybody else want to be friends with us by chance? 1.6. You don't really have troops, though. What about like United States? Long shot over here. Actually, that's possible. Let's get an alliance with the United States. That should mostly protect us, and will not really excel our exchange rate, but hopefully keep others from fighting us. Okay, we can buy an alliance with the United States. Let's do that. We don't have borders with the United States, so it's not going to affect our exchange rate, but should give us a little bit more protection. Let's take a couple years and just save up. Okay, India's back at it again. We got to go crush India. This time we have a little bit more of a military, so let's jump over there. We really got to knock down India. They're just pushing in our borders too much. So we crushed them. Israel's declared war on us again. Should be a cheap buy off. Yep, very cheap. Okay, we have another point. Let's get that involved. Combat training. We definitely need more armor as well. So we're in a great spot to like take over the world if we could get the troops to do so. Because Russia's weak. India's weak. We just can't do both at the same time. I'm going to take this army back up to Russia, though, and start pushing them down a little bit more. Because they don't have nearly the population that India does, and India is going to be the big threat to us. So we'll get the gains where we can for now. Hold up. Let me get a screenshot. Okay, save that for later. Okay, that army is managing to survive. Good. Which means we can keep building a new army down here in the south. Oh, the United States is coming over and fighting Russia. That's really good. That's going to give us direct borders, which is going to help our exchange rate. We touched, so we should have, yeah, we got a great exchange rate now. That's very helpful to us. We got another 5 points. Let's go. Finish up reactive armor. That's amazing. So definitely doing a little bit of recovery job. Now, granted, the United States is pushing into Russia, which is not great, but we took all the valuable parts of Russia, so we're not too upset by that. And we still have India to take down. We're making a ton of money. We're finally in the top 10. We jumped up to 9th place. Population's 4th. India's invading me again. This army should be able to quell that, as we're continuously building up a new army. But I want to finish up Russia and then consolidate troops and then probably go into India. I didn't get a single one of them, dude. It's crazy how YouTube prioritizes memberships or doesn't. Poland, would you be ready to chill? Yes. Great. Okay, that's Russia defeated. Now, we were talking about going into India. They're pretty strong now. 12 million plus all the rebels is going to be really difficult to deal with. So I think we maybe go through Kazakhstan. I don't know, actually. If we're going to go into Kazakhstan, we might as well go into India. But I think we just kind of wait for the time being and build up our troops. We do have a sizable army of 55 million. So we're not exactly pushovers. Now, 2 million of that is foot soldiers, as by design. It's just a matter of how much do we want India, because they do have 2,000 tanks. We've got more rockets than they do. In fact, let's just bump up our rockets, because I think taking India would be the play here. How many friends do you have now? Israel and Thailand are the only ones that would come to their defense. It just would cost us so much. So much. We'll think about it. Check if they're still a democracy. I just did. They are, yeah. If they weren't a democracy, we'd be going into them. But because India is still a democracy, it's not super worth to do it. They're still so much higher than us in GDP, though. That angers me. Indonesia, on the other hand, is a great target. Look at them. 10th. No troops. Friends out the wazoo, though. Well, let's see. I think we could buy off all those people. Let's go fight Indonesia. Indonesia, another country that's going to spawn a lot of rebels. I think that, yeah, they're still a democracy themselves. We can jump in on this, though. And they also have Malaysia. So this is definitely worth us going into, much more than India is right now. Egypt's declared war on us. Let's figure out who else declared war on us. Japan, we got to get out of here. Egypt, out. Paraguay, I think Peru also declared war on us. They did. Where's Paraguay? Paraguay, anybody I missed? Nope, that's it. Okay, good. So 1v1 on Indonesia. And let's go ahead and split once. I'm going to only split once because, again, Indonesia is going to spawn so many rebels. I'm going to keep my troops a little bit higher as to avoid any dangerous scenarios. And we're going to start saving up for self-sufficient economy and start rebuilding another army. Oh my gosh, these are so expensive now. 1.77 million for another unit of troops. In fact, let's go ahead and split once more just for speed. I think 14 million should be enough to handle rebels. This isn't the new version. We should be fine. India's declared war on us again. You freaking monster. Leave me alone. Cheap peace treaty, though. The rebels will most be on Java. Yeah, that's why I focused hard on Java to begin with. But you are right. We did lose our alliance with China. Gonna want that back. Let's 500,000. That's fine. Excuse me. There we go. And that is Indonesia done. Fantastic. Let's send everybody home. Got 69. How much do you have? 17. It's all in tanks. Let's get a big order of rockets out there. We'll just outpace them. I don't think we need to fight them right now. And after that invasion, we're now 5th best GDP. So we jumped up really high. We're making 8. That's really good for us. Let's start spending more money. Oh, 2.5 to get that. Iran is falling. Do they have troops? They do. Let's see what Japan does, because Japan might be weakened enough to take them. No, Japan still has 15 million. Iran doesn't have any troops. We go after Iran, but let's go from the north where we can get Tehran. So just a little bit more economy for us. Still saving up for the big fight against India. Send everybody home. India, you're back. Hello. Okay, well, I guess we are now going to fight India. Give me just more tanks, because now India, I think, doesn't have troops. They do, but not enough to stop us. We lost about 20 million firepower doing that. Thailand's declared war on us. Let's go ahead and peace out with them. Israel's also declared war on us. Need to get rid of them as well. And now we're going to push heavily into India. Enough's enough. We're down to 50 million. Gosh, we lost so many. And I'm going to keep this in one giant dust stack because I'm afraid of India. We do have 10 points though, so let's get self-sufficient economy. That will help us out a little bit. Exchange rate's up to 82%. Great news. Now we're really starting to make money. We're up to 3rd. Still fighting India down, losing a lot of troops along the way. And you may be thinking 42 is not that much. We've been replenishing every time. So basically we lose a full unit, 437,000 foot soldiers every time we fight India. By the time we're able to get a new one, the other one's gone. But we should be through most of the bad rebels that spawn up near Delhi. But we're going to be very big. I mean, we're not anywhere near China is right now, but this is big for us. Okay, we're going to split to finish off India just because we're taking so many attrition losses as we have to do this. But once India's done, they're gone forever, and we'll never have to deal with them again, which is such a reward. Been such a thorn in my side this whole game. Granted, I kind of started it by invading them, but still, it's the principle of the matter. All right, India's done. Great. Send everybody home. We'll have a little bit of time to build up before we need to start picking another target. China's got just foot soldiers. That's crazy. 84 million strength. Could be a good target for us, in all honesty. We definitely would crush them. They just have a million more foot soldiers than us. They don't have any tanks or rockets, though. It might be worth invading China. Let's just get a couple more rounds of foot soldiers to try and compete, because that's what they're spending their money on. And we can get a level of smart taxation. That'll be helpful. My theory is if we can outpace them in terms of foot soldiers, then I think we could take them. So we're just going to keep doing this because it's a slow process. But then we'll get a giant order of tanks out there, and we should be able to destroy them. Because China, while they do have a lot of offensive firepower, the rockets aren't going to help them, and they have no defense. Where we do. I think we could definitely take them. Yeah, we could definitely crush China's army. Let's get a big order of tanks. I want 7K. In fact, I want 20K tanks, and yeah, I want 20K tanks. You stopped allying us. You had 100 million. Interesting. If your troops go anywhere, we could fight this. Let's go ahead and get ready in Beijing. I think now's the time. We obviously will keep reloading on troops as we do this. We didn't buy a ton of rockets because we're focusing on taking down their army to begin with. Their armies are really diminished and deployed, so let's go ahead and fight them down in Beijing. They're split in a lot of spaces, so we won't fight the whole army at once. Yeah, they still have 80 million somewhere else. Oh, we got who's Libya, Ethiopia, Saudi Arabia, Libya. Who else is there? Ethiopia. Okay, so now it should just be a 1v1. Keep our army together because I think they still have 20 million. But we really didn't take that many losses because they didn't have any real troops or any defense. That's Kazakhstan, Lebanon. How are your troops? 5 million down. Okay, done. Let's start splitting. Get another level in smart taxation. Are we still friends with the United States? Yes. Thank you, Japan, for keeping them so weak for us that we were able to jump on them like this. Okay, this army should be ready. Let's start fighting over here. Let's get them away from our capital and start building another one. Yeah, China going into Taiwan was very helpful for us. Hey, you scared me. Why is this army so weak? Did it get attacked by something? No, shouldn't have. Maybe China spawned another army, but it's fine. That is done, right? No, there's still more to get. Egypt is weak. This army doesn't have enough to fight. Let's send a... I don't think we're going to get over there in time. No, we're not. So let's just make sure we finish off China. Finish off self-sufficient economy or smart taxation. We need to start working on self-sufficient economy. One more level of that. 50 million. We throw that in tanks and get ready for a war with China or with Japan. But after that, we're number 2, 38%. The United States is kind of pulling ahead. 65% is a little bit worrisome. Not in the realm that we can overcome for sure, but we'll just need to make sure that we have enough troops to take them out. All right, that's China as much as we can get. There's still a little bit in there. Let's send everybody home. All right, while we're waiting for more troops, let's just take out Kazakhstan so we can have a better name in the middle of our country. All right, Kazakhstan's done good. Now Japan. Definitely could take them. All right, we have the troops. We have the technology. Let's fight Japan down. Okay, Japan's allies are Luxembourg, Estonia, Austria. Okay. This will be a little expensive. We're going to do it anyways. F it, we ball. Just get ready for the wave of people declaring war on me as soon as we knock down their army. That's a lot. Let's start over here. Thailand. We've worked with you before. Great doing business with you. Greece will be a little bit expensive. Yes, Germany is one I'm really worried about, but we can afford it. Australia. We can afford it. Finland. Just trying to get them as they pop up north. All right. Okay, I think that's everyone we're at war with. Let's just double check. Diplomacy. Anybody hate us? Nope, they're fine with this. Okay, now we can just roll through Japan. We defeated their army, correct? Yes. So great. Let's start splitting. And the UK's fighting down the United States. Interesting. They don't have that many troops, but it's nice to see the United States falling. They're in a position we could take them, in all honesty. If we invest a little bit more rocket technology, we could definitely take down the United States and probably win the game. Let's focus on Japan first, because they still have a little bit of territory I would like, especially Korea. Korea is one that we really would want. The United States declared war on me. No. We could talk this out. I'm not ready yet. Let me just finish off Japan. I think now's the time we strike the United States. They only got 40 million. Hold on. Let's group everybody together down by the sea. We got to get out of our capital of Afghanistan. The United States is 60%. It's not going to be enough on its own, but it would be a great start. Definitely the disadvantage of starting in or playing Afghanistan is your capital's so far away from the sea, and it takes you so long to get troops. Are you kidding me? How much are freaking a unit now? 20 million? Dear God. All right, let's go fight the United States. Probably need to bank this money anyways to save it for buying off their allies. All right, go. The units are away. They don't suspect us. Here comes a big army. It's 15 million. Crushed. Okay, Portugal. Dude, this is why I take... Oh, never mind. You're too expensive. Spain. This might have been a mistake. Mexico, can I buy you off? I can buy off Mexico. Let's see. Germany declared war on us? No? Oh, this is up here. There we go. Italy, Poland. Italy's too expensive. Poland. You're too expensive. Okay. We keep this giant death stack together, and we'll take them all down. 20 million for 500 tanks? No, thank you. Yeah, so we're just going to have to fight down the rest of the world. It's gotten to that point of the game. Let's buy more troops, and we'll just keep everybody occupied with our big death stack. I don't think I can get the win off just the United States, potentially, but like realistically, like not from mainland. I'd have to grab all their territories. So I don't want to split too early. I want to give myself time to build up another unit. And also, we tanked down a lot of the... Oh, Mexico is actually fighting the United States. That's helpful. We tanked down a lot of the rest of the world's militaries. So like Italy, what are they even at? 2 million. Spain, 17. Spain's still a problem, but Italy's not anymore. Okay, the world slowed down a little bit, so I'm going to split this army. United Kingdom. Any chance? I can buy you off, thank goodness. What does this army need? It needs freaking just a few rockets, I suppose. Great. Let's start invading the United States and their Vietnam holding. Mexico's invading Brazil, or Mexico's being invaded by Brazil and Germany. Thank you so much for your contributions, but I would love not the Bahamas. You know what we should do instead? We should put a level moral high ground. Get the diplomatic costs down a little bit for these alliance or these buy-offs. Who's that? Sweden? Latvia, just bring it, brother. So status update, we're at 80%. We're doing okay. We're going to need more, and I think our target needs to be like Brazil. Brazil, how much do you have? 20%? Yeah. We could chase away all the United States holdings everywhere that they have, but I think we're just going to focus here on on mainland America and then switch target to Brazil. And I'm building up a lot of foot soldiers to just be able to go into the United States kind of everywhere all at once we get the mainland. Let's just get you to clear out that. And we're going to put you on rebel duty for a minute. So you just go on rebels, knock all these guys down. Okay. We need 15%. Brazil's got 20. I think if we muster everybody right here, fight down Brazil, we should be fine. So let's fight Brazil. Got 100 million in the bank. Now buy us 8,000 rockets or tanks. Okay. Now let's go for the win. Everybody, split and go. This should be enough. We'll just keep splitting our biggest groups. And now we start to really put the pressure on. We only need 10 more percent. We've got some people up in Mexico. We got some people down here in the south. 8%. Keep going. Freaking give me just, I don't know, more tanks maybe. 2,000. Oh, that's not a lot of money, but that's fine. 5% more left to go. Just keep pushing. Nobody else is aggro on us. I don't think Brazil had a lot of friends. I'd even check. They do, but not people that haven't already been fighting already. So the pressure's on the rest of the world to get us before we can get these last 2%. I don't think that's going to be possible. We're going to be able to roll through the rest of Brazil. No one's really coming to attack us here. So things are going really well. Almost there. A little bit more. How much have we lost? Not that much. Barely anything. Spain's invading us. Spain, if you could just fart off, we're only a percentage away. There's this big Spanish army. Not very good for us. I wish we had more presence up in Mexico. In fact, I'm going to tell this army, go up to Mexico. Get up north. None of them are doing that. That's fine. We're dropping percentages. Colombia's invading us. Great. Invade Colombia in return. Draw their attention away from taking territory from us. Canada's invading us. Canada, any chance we could peace out with you? No, there's not going to be a chance to peace out with them. Ooh, okay. Not good for us. I need an army to go up north. We need to replenish. I don't think we're going to get this here. We need more troops. Australia's invaded us. Go. Go, 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 go. Just ignore the problems and speed through it. It'll be fine. 98%. This big chunk could be enough. 99.9. There we go. Afghanistan dominates the world after 43.36 days. Now, this won't count for a record because that only applies for the new version, but still a good run all the same. And a good suggestion at that. Enjoyed playing communists all the way through. I think we might experiment with that a little bit more often of just playing as one theocracy the whole way through instead of switching to like fascism or something like that. But a lot of fun. Thank you for the game recommendation or the nation recommendation. If you enjoyed, hey, make sure to leave a like. If you're new around here, subscribe for more. We put out videos every day-ish. But for now, I'll see you guys in the next one.